Welcome back to the channel. When I picked this thing up, I mentioned I was going to show you the best ways to brighten up whites, silvers, grays, champagne colors. Some of the colors where you have to put a little bit more effort into getting them to call out your attention when you're walking by them. Everybody loves the blacks, the blues, the reds, the yellows. I'm going to show you how to bring these colors out as well. This is a metallic pearl white on the Infiniti QX80. This vehicle's a little high to use the hood for an example, so we'll work on the door here. And you can kind of see what we're after. The typical swirl marks. Very typical for, from car washes. Improper wash technique. We want to remove that first and then brighten up the white paint before protection. Using the swirl finder. Scratches, swirls. Let's find a combination that gets rid of everything on the door without removing too much clear coat. All right, so we'll start off with a medium cut microfiber pad and the F601 fine cut from Clogging. All right, large panel, large door. So we do have a polisher with a 21 or 22 millimeter throw and a 6-inch pad this time to cover the surface area quickly. Although significant, the fine cut from F601 teamed up with the pad should be a great place to start. If we have to jump up with a little bit of aggression, we'll do that. Let's work this area right here. We'll get a nice 50-50 shot to see if we've made any progress here. We'll overlap 25% with the pad. Okay, wipe off the residue and see if that was enough correction. All right, before I pull the tape, so this is where we're starting. And we still have quite a bit of swirling over here yet. So that combination was just not enough. Close, very close. But we can do better. Let's step it up a little bit, finish this area. Stick with the same pad, same polisher, but instead of the fine cut, we'll switch over to the heavier cut. Right, guys, we're starting with the least aggressive method necessary. I thought it was a little bit softer. I need to adjust, and we'll do that quickly here. A couple of these panels have been repainted, and it could be that the door is part of that. And when they're repainted, it's a guessing game because you don't know what type of clear. Did they use 2K, diamond clear? What did they use? How much did they give you? Right, run over, get me the paint depth gauge on top of the microwave. All right, that's a little bit better. Now we're starting to get a little bit of a haze. That's what happens when you get to more aggressive polishes and pads. But we have achieved pretty much what we're looking for here. Nice and clear, crisp reflections. Now, what I do want to show you, 4.7, 4.7. So we've done that without removing hardly any measurable clear coat. And that is what we're looking for. This is, the paint here, the clear is harder than it should be, than a stock QX80. So a repaint has been done, and who knows what they use. Now that we have the correction, we want to do something to really spruce up this color and just make it jump out, no matter if it's sitting in a parking lot you're walking by. We want it to grab your attention. It takes a little bit more effort than a lot of colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to put an acrylic glaze on top of this clear coat before protection. Let me show you what I use. We're going to stick with the same polisher, but we're going to put on a waffle style finishing pad and team that up with something called Extreme Solutions LVR 404. That is a polishing glaze, and it is acrylic. And guys, acrylic is, well, it's practically clear coat. It's very similar. Clear coat is a form of acrylic, so they will bond perfectly fine, and then a coating on top of that will bond to the glaze after a 24-hour cure time. Again, the finishing pad on the same polisher. You want to really shake and mix up that rich formula first before you put it on the pad. And no need to skimp on this, be generous. You can go well beyond your 3-4 pea size drops. Slight filling capabilities, by the way, not crazy. Spread this out. This is very easy, simple, and quick to get on there. Medium speed, no pressure whatsoever. All we're doing is spreading out the glaze. You can use a, well, hello there. You can use a pad with a little bit of correction power to it and use the glaze on its own as an enhancement and protection at the same time. There it will do a little bit more correction. I'll pretty much do 3 panels, maybe 2 doors this size and a quarter panel before I'll start to wipe off this residue here. Wiping off the LVR 404 is easy, quick and easy, like effortless. Wipe off those 3 panels, jump back on the polisher, and move on and apply this to all the surfaces around the vehicle that are painted. Look at this difference, guys. Crisp reflection, the metallic flake from that pearl color shining through the clear coat. And we're not even done yet. And this white will look different under daylight, nighttime parking lights, and it will grab your attention for sure. After the glaze has been applied onto all the painted surfaces, we're going to let that cure for 24 hours. And then it will be time for your final layer of protection. It doesn't matter if you want to use a wax, a sealant, or a coating. That can all go on top of and bond very well to that acrylic glaze. So let's let it cure, and then we'll come back. I'm going to show you exactly what we are going to coat it with. And the choice is very important because this is going to go back out into the lot for sale. And, you know, maybe a soccer mom, maybe a family will pick this up, and it'll be going through the car wash again. So we want something that can take abrasion. And I have 2 coatings that'll take abrasion, and I'm going to show you one of them in today's video. Here at Apex Auto Detail, we have 2 excellent coatings that do well with abrasion, and are the 2 I would choose if I know somebody's going to run their car through the car wash, a tunnel wash, even though we recommend you don't. The first one's going to be Blue Collar 7 just because of its overall hardness and durability. The second one is going to be Blue Collar 10. This is super slick. And the reason this one does well is because of the slickness. If you want something that helps with abrasions, you want something that's slick. So whatever rubs up and bumps up against the surface glides along it like silky smooth instead of digging in there and causing deeper abrasions. Hope that makes sense. Today, we are going to coat it with Super Slick. Super Slick is easier to apply than BC7, which is already easy enough, and just as easy to apply as our Blue Collar 1, our entry-level coating, which does very well. And just like any other coating, you'll apply it with an applicator. Away, back towards you, overlapping 25%, a crisscross pattern, then meaning you'll cross hatch and make sure that you're putting even coverage on the panel. Now with Super Slick, I'll put it on half the size of this hood, and now we'll give it enough time to sweat, and it'll give you the rainbow color as well, so it will do both. Depending on the color is going to depending on the color will also depend on what you see more, the rainbow effect or the sweating. So 2 microfibers. The first one, just go in there, mop up what you can. By now, the polysilazane has already bonded to the surface, and all you're doing is bringing back up the transfer solution that gets the polysilazane from the bottle to the surface, and you're wiping it off there and buffing to perfection. I can already feel the slickness, and that will only intensify as it cures, not only the next 5 days, but the next 20 days, and it fully cures. That's it. As simple as that. You apply to all painted surfaces, and you also apply to all hard surfaces on the outside. Chrome trim like this, headlights, taillights, any marker lights and fog lights, any type of trim, your wheels if you have finished calipers, plastic trim, rubber, glass if you want to. Definitely get your door jambs and any painted or hard surfaces under the hood or under the hatch, and protect your vehicle. When it comes to whites and silvers, champagne colors, you're looking for that crisp reflection. You can see every detail in the vac over there, and that will only increase as the coating cures. And again, with the tricolor and the pearl, this thing, when you take it out and it gets under different types of light, will look fantastic. By the way, we do have the Blue Collar 10 Super Slick on this F-Sport here. This has metallic, sort of carbon black color, and it just looks incredible. And it will do that to both colors. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. So again, we did the correction. We did the LVR 404. That is an acrylic glaze. We let that cure completely. And then you pick the protection of your choice. A wax, a sealant, or a coating would work. They all will bond incredibly well to the acrylic. The acrylic is already bonded crazy to the clear coat because they're a similar material. And you are going to be, or should be, very, very happy with the results. That would work with any color. They do have LVR 403, which is for darker colors. I'll do a video on that as well. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'll catch you in the next video.